First, Donald Trump, and this is the thing with Trump, and I hope this is obvious. Donald Trump's going to say anything to get elected. And then once he is in power, he will also capitulate to those who he knows he has to maintain or a good relationship with to reinforce his power. I mean, once you're president, the way that you maintain your power is either at the idea that you may be president again, may run for another term. When you're, someone like Biden or Trump, whose age is somewhat advanced, that becomes less likely. The way that you maintain power within at least in the first couple of years of your term, is by doing things for the constituencies that you need to shore you up. Because if those constituencies leave you, the people around you, the people in Congress, they start going and saying, well, wait a second. This constituency is going to be around longer than Donald Trump, for example. So I'm going to go with that constituency because I'm going to have a future in politics that is going to exist after Trump is gone. That's the theory. And I'm just using it. It happens with Biden. It happens with all sorts of different politicians. And that's why it's important to understand that when Donald Trump backs off a statement like this, he's doing so because of the short-term reasons of getting elected. But ultimately, when he says it in the first place, he's willing to go there. Here's Donald Trump on with KDKA Pittsburgh's John Delano. This is a news anchor, John Delano. And here is Trump, with an interview with him. This is on Tuesday.
It's a vote of the people.
So related to this is the whole issue of contraceptives. Do you support any restrictions on a person's right to contraception?
Well, we're looking at that, and I'm going to have a policy on that very shortly. And I think it's something that you'll find interesting. And it's another issue that's very interesting. But you will find it, I think, very smart. I think it's a smart decision. But we'll be releasing it very soon.
Well, that suggests that you may want to support some restrictions, like the morning after pill or something.
We are also, things really do have a lot to do with the states. And some states are going to have different policies than others. But I'm coming out within a week or so with a very comprehensive policy, which I'll get to you immediately.
Okay, good.
Now, look, Donald Trump has a history of, saying, well, Infrastructure Week is just a week around the corner, and we're going to get to it in a couple of weeks. And we have already heard his abortion policy. He made that announcement a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just months ago, maybe now. So I'm trying to, I don't want to say give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm trying to come up with the most benign understanding of what he's talking about here. Maybe he just doesn't know what contraception is, but he's talking about the states, maybe misunderstood. I mean, what you say when contraception comes up, if you really think it's ridiculous, we would never even consider touching contraception. Like birth control pills? No, we're not going to do. No, that's silly, John. That's how you would answer that question if you didn't believe that it wasn't important for you to maintain a certain constituency and that you will give them that. Now, once he floats it out there, then it's out there. And no one knows more than the people who want to restrict birth control. And even the huge anti-abortion activists, they understand right now that the policies they want are not shared by the majority of Americans, the vast majority of Americans. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are for people who don't want contraception restricted. But I imagine they're in the 60s or 70s in terms of percentages. But that remaining 25% or 30% of Americans, they're all in the Republican Party. And they're all part of that God squad that Donald Trump needs so badly to win, and he knows that. It's the same with abortion policies. But the full ban abortion people are winning. And so when Donald Trump does what he does next, those people understand he's got to do that to get elected. But we also know that he delivers when he's in office. And here he is on Truth Social. And let me tell you something. He would obviously do this in on TV if he really wanted to get it out. He would go on Fox and announce it. But instead, here he is on Truth Social. I have never and will never advocate imposing restrictions on birth control or other contraceptives. This is a Democrat fabricated lie. Misinformation / disinformation. Because they have nothing else to run on except failure, poverty, and death. I do not support a ban on birth control, and neither will the Republican Party. Now, you did hear him say, like, these are state policies. So the idea being, but if the states decide it, I don't know if Donald Trump really wanted to do all caps, he would go on television and talk about it right now. But there you have. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.